Hello friends, Arthur here, and this is ZSL Ancient History round review, and this round was very unique. First of all, for technical reason, we have only 13 tracks, not 14. I believe Emperor Yannick Wall track have a shortcut where you can use AFK paraglide, go back to the track or through the same gate, and basically having a big advantage on that. Again, I believe overall this feature or this type of skill have like up to 10 people in Zipkis during ZSL, of course. If you want to grind, you have time, you can do it. You can find another way how to do it faster, but overall during ZSL not a lot of people can achieve the same result. But again, it's in the rules, so no shortcut, nothing, and usually I can fix it in a different way, like extra checkpoints or just like with logic or with something else. But the problem this time is that the correct level or fixed level wasn't able to be uploaded to Steam. I don't know how it works, some technical problem, anything, but the result is that we have only 13 tracks this round, which means that each point or each result for previous tracks are more valuable. But again, we have so many players on the first lobby. We had 40, 44, several new players has joined, which great. But again, it's mean that for me, the result is dropping down. I'm if 2-3 seasons prior, I was trying to find P16 or be on the age of P16. Now I'm really far beyond all of that, 26th, 25th, and nowhere near P16, P10. It's out of my even dreams, let's say. Oh yeah, and by the way, quick question: how do you like this adjustment to the mod? I believe YOLO did this mod, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, sorry. If I'm not, then it's a great job. I love the way how this new feature in the chat appears, showing your result, showing your time, total amount of points, next level. Again, if I could remember what's the next level, right? Training, I could prepare myself for where and how to do, but I never remember which tracks is. Even the order of them is a big question for me. But the way how it's appear, not only in the upper left corner, showing what track it is, what the number of in the whole round, what the track it's in the whole round, but all this explanation for you, your result. Maybe next iteration, next adjustment for these tracks is showing your result not only for this track but overall standing for event part, because event part have slightly different logic on the menu on leaderboard, and overall ancient history event or round had a few tracks. I believe it was 30 or something like that, not a lot. So the choices was limited, and the tracks are quite hard. There are not a lot of easy one, and some trajectory, something that I was trying to grind during review, during everything. Well, I would say that surprisingly, for most of the track, or probably for all of the tracks, I beat my personal best time. Just because just following people like Diabler, Just Maki, Tommy Gaming, and other top 10 people who usually go in top 10 helped me a lot. But still, for a lot of tracks, I didn't even beat like gold medal. So the difficulty of all these tracks were so high, and I generally was surprised. I thought that for such event where you limited only by decoration, not with like strict rule like average speed, like shapes of the tracks or elements on the tracks. You just need to decorate it in any way. Basically, you can build a straightforward line and put like two armies between left and right and say like fight before like Roman Empire fight or something like that. So you can build any tracks, any difficulty, and just decorate it in ancient history. But for some reason, the difficulty was quite high. Or maybe not the difficulty, maybe the style of the tracks not fit into my style of driving, how I used to drive, how I used to approach to the tracks. Or I didn't play a lot in Zipkis, but again, it's a very slim excuse. I play history off this week, so it's not like first time playing Zipkis this week. And honestly, I joined slightly earlier and played in like a training lobby. Prior to that, like 3-4 tracks. So yeah, I was warm up, but still for some reason my result was I would say okay from like my perspective, because again I beat all my personal best result, but still even not really close to good players for top 16, which again a lot of names I even don't recognize, which means we have a lot of new players, a lot of good players, which is great. As of tracks overall, because we had a few tracks fewer than usually for submitting, I generally was in like, let's say 60-70% in the correct choice for judges, but it's just because be completely out is generally impossible statistically. Like if you have 50-50 chance, it's like eventually you will be happy. But again, yeah, as I said, the tracks were harder, and a lot of them have some small shortcuts, some inners, some unintentional inners. So it's always like split, let's say, people on two divisions, let's say this way. People who can do all these inners and all stuff, and people who just try to do the tracks. And again, you all can argue that if it's like in the tracks, you can use all obstacles, any thing that can give you advantage in the track, because it's a competition. And like even in main campaign of Zipkis, all tracks usually have some kind of hacks, cheats, and you can find them and beat the like after medal. So yeah, it's basically in the spirit of this game. But anyway, it's still difficult, and sometimes some cuts, some or not cuts, or new trajectory for me or new lines for me, I was seeing the first time and not always could repeat them. Oh, and by the way, there was stream from Maki and Ronan, and Joe Alexander also was there. I don't remember did he was inside this lobby, because I believe he, by his time slot, he usually go into the second slot and stream there. But I could mistaken again. But at least he was on the stream, and yeah, or maybe I mistake. Maybe he's someone from Europe, but I thought he's like from US side, from the other part of the world, so he can basically be in the second slot. Anyway, sorry for distraction. The stream was very interesting, very nice. Again, when you can see other players. Well, Maki is one of the fastest player. who can adjust to the track very fast. Ronan also was experienced, and it was a surprise for me that on several tracks I beat him. Yes, I know he's like maybe he didn't put like a lot of effort in that. Maybe he was just like not putting everything. I don't know, but generally I was surprised for some tracks that I could beat him or be very close to him. Again, as Maki mentioned, that here we have really high level of adaptation for all the tracks. So he can find the correct line on tracks faster than other players, and this gives him advantage on this. But if you have like, let's say 15-20 minutes, at this point other players could beat him just because they could grind better lines and find the way how to beat it. They just need more time, and usually it's how it's worked for me, but not on this same scale. Stream helped me find some lines. Without it, I probably be even lower place than usual, or what is the usual right now with all these changes for like a lot of players. And like 40 players is higher than usual numbers for all this lobby. I don't know how many people will be in second lobby, but usually it's like 20-30. And again, on ZipKissST website, where all these results stored, average amount of players around like 100, but it means that someone just joined on one track, did it and then leave. It's also will be count. If you finish at least one track, you will be in GTR. And yeah, so I usually talk not about like all people, but about people who do, let's say, all 15 tracks. Sometimes it's so upsetting when you do all 15 tracks and someone join and do like 3-4 tracks and he higher than you. Yeah. This is really upsetting. By the way, I tried to experiment it several times. It was just for me trying to not reducing like steer limiter to the 80 and try to do the whole tracks with 100 limiter, like just to try to manage it by the gamepad, which for me was harder, but I probably can use it as one extra excuse that why I was bad, because I'm slightly shifting the way how I try to play this game or control my ZipKiss, just because this time all this round show me that there are several tracks that even steer limiter is not enough, and you need it like switch on, switch off like several times during the tracks because of the speed, because of the angle. So yeah, it's better just not even start with them and just try to finish them in 100, which again I did. So yeah, very fun, very tricky, very hard round for me. If you take part, if you just saw this track, just let me know in the comments what do you think about this round. Is it was harder from like average this season or previous season, or it was fine and it's just not fit in my style of driving? And as always, leave likes, subscribes if you're new to this channel, and see you in the next video for this Full Speed 2 round. Bye!